KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Rule and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
All right, I'm very excited to introduce these ladies to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric Studios. I'm very excited because what I love so much is when somebody starts with one idea, one little breadcrumb, and they just keep building it. I want you guys to meet Hillary Graham and Kim Williams to the studio. They are from Higher Up, Texas. We're about to tell you what that is. But hi, welcome, ladies.
Hi.
Good morning.
Welcome. Guys, Hillary told me off the air that she started this by herself with a backpack, and now this program has reached how many people and how big of a thing that you're here to try and get more people to join onto your program.
Since 2019, over 650 young adults from Galveston County have learned how to adult.
Learning how to adult. Don't we all need
Can we
this?
sign up for that?
Yeah, no
We
kidding.
all need this. Learning how to adult. She started with a backpack and an idea, and she's grown to this
So
in the
what-
Lamarck, League City, Kemah, Galveston
In 7
area.
schools?
Yes, we
Dickinson.
are in Dickinson High School, Lamarck High School, and Texas City High Schools.
What motivated you to start this?
Well, our two founders had the great big idea that young adults were not prepared. And how could you ever break out of a poverty cycle if you don't have critical thinking skills or exposure to networks outside of your community? So they came with the big idea, and I said, how do I turn this into something young people could understand? So we developed a curriculum where high school seniors come to our class twice a week during their school day, and they learn everything from voting to paying taxes to shaking hands. We even provide them with professional suits, and they are all very well versed on how to write a thank you note. That's
Wow,
a
this is
lost
so
art.
great.
See,
Do you
yeah.
But
feel
little things like that.
Do you feel that this generation is more clueless when it comes to things like that?
I think we all were.
None of us knew this, right? None of us. Nobody taught me
I
how
just
to.
wanted to ask her, have you seen a trend where it seems like they're less and less prepared?
I think we don't give them enough credit. They're very prepared for the information, but if nobody's showing it to them, but they are sponges in the program.
great.
And you
look at
have
it.
students, we forget that they are 19 years old and they're already working in careers that are in healthcare, in the financial industry, yet we don't give them credit that they could have accessed that. So that's why we nudge them along the way, give them the
great.
networks, give them the skills, and then they can break out of poverty cycles and have careers with upward mobility.
It's called Higher Up Texas. It is Hillary and Kim in the studio, Hillary Graham and Kim Williams. And you guys met because, Hillary, you presented to Kim's high school class, right, Kim?
Right. She came into my my class at Dickinson High School, so I was the classroom teacher. And pretty quickly, I was like, this is so special. And I called her to coffee one day, and I was like, I want to be a part of this if it grows. And it's evolved. I've had different roles since 2020, and now I'm the program director for our Phase 2 program, which is when they graduate high school, they choose to stay with us. And so I provide individualized support to help them transition and navigate
Do
adulthood.
the kids go, you say twice a week, do they stay in school and they go to a classroom there in the school, or do they have to travel to your
Another building.
location? How's
So
that?
at the high school, the schools attach us to the classrooms that we are going to be in, so the classes. So that's 2 hours a week, and the teachers bring them down to our classroom.
so,
Nice.
so you
It's
are there then.
in-house.
Yeah.
They
That's
don't
good.
have to leave the campus.
It's embedded in their school day. So, for instance, at Lamarck High School, we are in the government and economics class. So that's what, a 5-day class. Well, 2 of those days they come to us instead.
That's awesome.
It's that
How to
important,
adult.
and that's a core class.
Now, do these
but these skills
principals
are
have to
so
fight
important.
for this, or how do we get schools are listed right now because
Like
they're about
HISD,
to
spring
start
break.
There is a
And
wait
they
list.
leave.
There is a wait list
waiting
for
list.
Higher Up Texas. We are not federally funded, nor are we receiving any funds from school districts. And this is a very high quality program that is supported
How do you
through
keep it running?
donations.
All different
Beyond
donations,
our
that's what
good
they're here
looks,
for.
we write grants and we work with corporate sponsors and individuals, but it takes a lot to make this place go. But we've taught our students in the program how to fundraise, and they are little hustlers out there.
Oh,
That's
That's
awesome.
Are there any
They-
sponsors you want to give love to right now?
Hey, let's talk about Amoco Federal Credit Union. We brought some mint green hoodies that are known to be Higher Up Texas, right? So we brought gifts for all of you in studio
you didn't
today,
have to
and
do
those
that.
are
Thank
sponsored
you.
by Amoco Federal Credit Union.
That's cool that they believe in the product.
Absolutely.
As a
project.
teacher, can you look at your classroom and see certain students just, oh, this student really needs to be involved with this program?
So
I think it's every kid,
one
right?
of the things.
We don't know
yeah.
what we're
So one of the
Some
things
stand out, I'm sure.
it's hard to know. It's hard to. You never want to single people out. Like they really could use this more because we
know,
really
how
don't
you
know
could-
what's going on in everybody's home.
No, that's true.
And if so, they could put on a front that everything's great and I know all the things, but then we get to know them. And in phase 2, where I'm the director for, that's where they start opening up and they can tell us, like, this is what's going on and I need help getting a loan so I can get a car. And so we help them find a loan that's not predatory.
Now, how do you break down those walls with the kids, though?
You know, I always said that I wasn't like the best classroom teacher, like standing in front, but I was a really good relationship builder. And what I always found was the most important. Get them to trust you and give them the credit. They're young adults, give them the credit they deserve, and they'll trust you.
And Hillary said off the air before we got live on the air with you guys, a really interesting tactic you have of how you get the kids interested to listen to the speaker. These are CEOs, these are people that wear suits in the everyday business world, but they talk about their past challenges, right? Can you talk more about that?
Yeah. So when we are teaching these life skills, we are bringing in the community's experts on the life skill. For example, if we're teaching financial literacy, you don't want to learn that from me. I still count on my fingers. My husband's always yelling at me about the bank account, so I'm not teaching that. However, by bringing in the experts from the community, it's giving an opportunity to learn the right information, but these students are able to build their networks with decision makers in different industries. So you see this person.
And you were talking about their challenges.
Yeah, so you see this person come in with a suit and you think, oh, they don't know anything about me or they can't relate to me, so why should I listen and trust them? Well, we have them start with a challenge, how they overcame it, and how they got to where they are today. And we always say, give us the spicy stuff. We've heard everybody from being a teen parent at 16 to being arrested, or just, you hear it all.
It's like, I got arrested when I was 18, but look at me
It's
now.
like,
I
look at
still
me now
made
segment we
it.
do.
Yeah.
And so we say, be defined by your choices, not your challenges.
Oh, that's great.
And that's true. Like, all of us have made it. And when we were looking at the highlight reel of social media, you think, oh man, I'm losing at life, and all these people are going up. But it's like, no, we're all hot messes. We just don't post about it.
Exactly.
Hey, you don't put
post
the
about the bad
negative stuff.
Right. So if you're
Unless
just
you're
tuning
Ryan.
in to the Rule and Ryan
What's
show
out
with
there?
Eric, Hillary Graham and Kim Williams are here from Higher Up Texas. You can find that on Instagram and Facebook, Higher Up Texas, HIGHER Up Texas. It is basically adulting for seniors in high school to launch them into the world. This is what we have been talking about for years on
20
our
years
show.
we've been saying it.
I wish somebody had taught me how important a credit score is. I would remember being 18 years old with my own phone line, and the Southwestern Bell bill, that's how long ago that was, would come, and I would just ignore it. Well, big deal. It's fine. I'll pay it when I can. I was waiting tables at my family's restaurant. I had no idea the ramifications of not paying that
Or buying
thing
a
on
car
time.
in 2000. I bought a car and I said, I went up there, big mistake. I told them, I just need to make this payment. I need the payment to be like $280. And then I ended up paying 24% interest.
Oh, my gosh.
And you had no idea what that
I didn't even know
means,
what that
and
meant. Like,
yeah.
Like they never.
So
taught me
this
that
is
in
basically
school.
adulting for high school seniors, Higher Up Texas, and they are looking for funds to continue this because they are not federally funded. It's all about corporate sponsorships. Higher Up is a core value. What do we call this? An anagram?
An acronym for the name. So higher is honesty, integrity, grit, hopefulness, eagerness, and readiness. And these are the core values that guide our decision making. And they can be tough, but that's going to set you with a good foundation for how you move about in the world.
Can a young
I love this
adult
book
reach
so
out
much.
to you, like specifically? I know you're targeting schools to get the program, but can a young adult say, "Hey, I really need this"? Can
Like
they
a
reach
20-year-old
out?
is listening right now. They're out of high school, but they're like, how do I get this?
Reach out to us on our Facebook or Instagram page. Just send us a DM.
Made these program like this.
Higher Up Texas, yeah.
What is this called?
This manual.
Guide, manual.
Yeah, and we
Stuff like
are
that?
a
The workbook.
trademarked name and
That's
everything because people saw, oh, I like that, and I'm going to use it. So that's why we are protected. One day we will grow. We do have that in the plans to be out of the area. But right now we're at a slow growth, which is fine. I want it to be
You
stable.
go on Shark Tank.
Totally.
I think so. We could.
Tell them
But
that.
you're doing it
and
right.
Give that
You're-
to the whole
you're-
world to see this.
Yeah, because what's great about this, y'all, there's a spiral I'm looking at right now, and it has everything in here from your FICO credit score, and this is basically the GPA of credit to explain it to a senior in high school, to even dinner rules. They have the whole setup of the plates, the silverware, how to write a check, how to
I
write a
need
thank you
that.
note. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
We should
This
take a test on that.
I
Still
want,
haven't figured out
one
the
of these.
fork.
Can I just have one of these for myself? And I'm an adult. I'm a mom of 3. This is fantastic, ladies. I am so proud of you guys for thinking of this, for pushing this.
Yeah.
I hope every school district can get this. I hope you guys can grow and have the staff to make this happen. It is Higher Up Texas. Go Higher Up Texas.
Yay! Thanks
Facebook
for joining
and
us
so
Instagram.
much.
Find them there. Hillary and Kim, you're doing great things.
Thank you.
You are setting up these high school seniors to be better adults than we were. Maybe we'll have less credit card debt in the future in this area. God bless you guys. If anybody listening wants to get in touch with them to be a corporate sponsor or financially help them, it's Higher Up Texas on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks so much.
Thank
so
you
much
for
for
having
having
us.
I love it all.
Thank you.
I love it all. Okay, earlier this morning we did roses. We do that every Thursday. This is where your relationship is hitting the skids and you don't know what's going on. Your gut is going off. And we always like, listen to your gut, listen to your
The
gut.
gut is right 98% of the time.
Yes, so the 2% that wasn't right, we need you to tell us what happened. Coming up next, we want to know about trusting your gut. Did it ever lead you the wrong way? When did it lead you the wrong way? Or when did you trust your gut and it was wrong? Does that happen? Well, yeah, we just said.
Or it could be right.
there's a percentage.
You could actually call us, tell us the situation, then we guess.
If your gut was right or wrong.
We'll be
I like that.
Yeah, we'll be like, we'll see if your gut was right or
Were
wrong.
you correct?
And sometimes your gut does screw you over.
And because you're thinking, I don't know. Is this right or wrong? 833-390-KRBE. Tell us a situation where you listened to your gut and we're going to guess, well, was it right? Or did you get eaten by a shark? Because you went the wrong way and now you're missing an appendage. Okay, we'll talk to you next on The Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.